If you want to get rich, there's one main ingredient that you need to get you there, and no, it's not grinding 24/7, being glued to your laptop, looking at money making videos, or switching from one business to the next. What matters the most and what's the foundation to get you to the top is something so much more simpler than that. Take this for example, there's Big Chad and Little Jeffrey. They both want to get jacked by the end of the year and look sexy as hell on the beach. Little Jeffrey goes all in. He learns all the science behind building muscle from YouTube videos. He works out 6 days a week and he grinds his ass off. Now Jeffrey has made some gains, but after the 3 months are over, Little Jeffrey is burnt the fuck out and he stops going to the gym that often. Meanwhile, Big Chad starts off super light and just goes to the gym feeling out the place for the first month, and the next 2 months he takes it easy and does some fun workouts that he genuinely enjoys, and it leads to Big Chad developing a habit of going to the gym. Once that habit is made, each month Big Jeffrey pushes himself more and more. Now it's hard for him to fall off because Big Chad has already developed a passion for the gym and genuinely enjoys it. This is why starting slow and steady is so fucking important. When we first get an idea to do something that can change our lives, we get way too hyped and go all in. But hype doesn't always last, my guy. The hype will die down soon and then you're gonna be left with all the work to do that you genuinely can't handle. This is one of the biggest mistakes young entrepreneurs make. It's living off the hype. So instead of getting all excited before you do something, pursue something slowly and turn it into a habit. Instead of working your ass off on projects for 7 hours a day, cut it down to a realistic 2 hours, because you'll get way further with 2 hours a day for a year than you will with 7 hours a day for 3 months then falling off. Because with most businesses and self-improvement ideas, it's super unrealistic that you're gonna make great money within 3 months of starting. It takes way longer to get to that level. And this right here is called consistency. If you can be consistent at something for at least a year, then you have a purpose in pursuing it in the first place. Consistency beats hype, motivation, discipline, and all other things that entrepreneurs tell you. There's absolutely no point in grinding if you're only gonna grind for a couple of months. So take it slow and steady so you can grow a lot longer and see real results. And I know there's some people on the internet going around telling you that you can become like a millionaire within 3 to 4 months. That's all cap. That's not real. I hate that shit so much because it's literally selling a dream to people so then they buy their course or something. That's why I emphasize so hard to pick up something that you can do for years. Something that's easier for you and you can do consistently each day and get better at. There's no point in chasing a dream thinking in 3 months you're gonna be so rich and just grind your ass off, because it doesn't work like that. The people who genuinely get rich off those ideas take a lot of time on them, and it works, it's worth it. And this is where most people mess up without even realizing it. They think success comes from intensity when in reality it comes from consistency. Anyone can go crazy for a short period of time. Anyone can wake up at 5 a.m. for a week, hit the gym every day, work on a business for hours, cut out distractions. Anyone can do that when they're motivated. But can you still do that when it's boring? Can you still do that when you're getting no money for months? Can you still show up when you're not seeing any results, when nobody's watching and it feels like you're wasting your time? Because that's the main difference right there. The truth is, most of your journey is gonna feel so mid, not exciting, not life-changing, just average, repeating the same thing over and over again with very little reward in the moment. And that's exactly why most people quit. They don't quit because it's too hard. They quit because they see no results for so long. That's why people like Big Chad in my story win in the long run. Not because they're more talented, not because they worked harder at the start, but because they actually stayed. They didn't burn themselves out trying to prove something. They just kept showing up and letting time do the work. So if you're watching this and you're at the beginning of something, stop trying to go 100% right away. Stop trying to be perfect. Stop trying to change your whole life in just 1 month. Slow it down. Pick up something that you genuinely care about and make it easy to do so you can do it every day. Even if it feels like you're not doing enough, consistency will make up for it every single time. So yeah, if you want to get rich, if you want to get in shape, if you actually want to level up your life, Forget all the hype and the motivation you feel in the moment. Forget the overnight success mindset and focus on one thing. Will you show up tomorrow and the next day and the day after that? Do that long enough and everything you want will slowly start to come together. It's not fast, but it's real.